I'm starting to realize that the education system kind of sucks at teaching students about local politics. I can ask any of my friends what the preamble to the Constitution is, and they'll be able to say it from memory. But if I ask them what the district supervisor does, they're just like, "Mm." So I wanted to dive deeper into local politics and to learn more about how students can get involved in their city or neighborhood. So I talked to the mayor pro tempore of Thousand Oaks, Bob Engler, who gave some really interesting insights. Also, please ignore the full beard I have in this interview. I got lost in the forest for a few weeks. Anyway, I'll see you there. The first question that I wanted to ask you is, what your background is and what your role is as the pro tempore mayor of Thousand Oaks.
Um, yeah, my background, I was in public safety as my career in the fire service. Wound up as the fire chief of the city of Redondo Beach down in LA County. And I've been on our city council here for going on 8 years now. And as mayor pro tem, my job is to act as a city council member and also fill in for the mayor when the mayor is unable to perform his duties, either because of prior commitments or whatever.
What got you first interested in civic leadership?
I've always been interested in public service,
Right.
so the result of my career, almost 30 years in the fire service, helping out folks on a day where they needed help from the city, and then I just continued that into my post retirement careers out of the fire service in our city out here in Thousand Oaks. But first in just general volunteering for different organizations to being part of our food pantry. I was president of our food pantry for a while, to being involved with our local people serving the city on city council, and then stepping up when that became available to serve on the city council.
What would you say is the most significant problem that you think we need to address right now?
A portion of what we're doing out of Thousand Oaks is we're looking at how to work on the affordability issue for younger folks to be able to buy property in Thousand Oaks and live here as we adults have done for the last 60 years or so. So affordability is one issue we're looking at. Having a viable economic base for Thousand Oaks as a city is something we're working on as well. We want to have employment for people here that come in and live, as we say, live, work, and play in Thousand Oaks. Along with that, there's some quality of life issues, making sure that people who are experiencing homelessness are helped. So those are just some off the top of my head of types of things that we're looking at to encourage economic development, to help promote affordability in terms of housing, and for those folks who are not currently housed, to help them find housing.
How can students involve themselves in these kinds of problems and working towards the solution?
Students need to be first aware of the issues that are going on, and those issues, of course, are different for a lot of people. And for students, how is the school district treating you guys as their customers? Are they giving you an education that will help you move forward in life? And then concentrate on those things that you think are, germane to what you do as students. So, attend like a PTA, the Parent Teacher
Yeah.
Association. Go to the school board and listen to what they've got going and give your input on what ideas they might be having. Those are ways that directly affect you as students. And they are, the school board is looking for input from folks who they are serving. So, I mean, that was one place I would start, is because as students, you are most familiar with how the schools are working or not working or whatever the situation might be.
I think that that is actually really important, the ability to be in sort of control of our own education.
And it's something that you're very familiar with.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask you to go and uh, help develop water policy for
right.
Ventura County. That's not something I would expect you would be expertise at, but you've been in the Simi schools for a while now, so you have some expertise in that.
Do you think there is a possibility for political leaders and students to work together on civic issues?
I know we have several venues for uh, students to give some input. We have a youth commission over here in Thousand Oaks. The Recreation Parks District also has a youth commission. The our youth commission just did what they call community leaders seminar, where they arrange for community leaders such as city council or the police chief and fire and people from the school board, recreation parks board, to meet with the students and listen to what issues are that students have. Have students coming on a fairly regular basis to listen in on our city council meetings.
Right.
Some students are very concerned with the effects that ICE enforcement was having on some of their colleagues at school,
Yeah.
and they would come in and voice their concerns to us. And that actually had some result over here at Thousand Oaks, where we decided to support a nonprofit in the area that was helping people who were in need. Over in Simi Valley, um, just about all of your city council members are available to talk with individuals. So that'd be something that I think you can reach out to each individual city council member and bring your issue that you want to discuss. Another way you could become influential in addressing issues, and then I'm not sure which issues people would want to look at, but if you're looking at homelessness or people who are, food insecure and all those types of things, there are nonprofits in CB who directly work with those folks who would be happy to have some youth be there to work with them directly to these constituencies.
What advice would you give to students who want to turn civic engagement into lasting change?
The thing that I would advise all students to think about is that these changes take a long time. What I have found is that change is a very difficult thing for just about everybody, and whether even if it's a good change. So to put that in perspective for you, in Thousand Oaks, we for years did not want any development to change our city. So that meant no residential or even commercial development was appreciated. That is good in a way, but it also takes years to overcome that. 6 years ago, we approved some development. We're just now seeing that development come on board. So it's taken 6 years for our decisions to and our work to start showing fruit. So whatever you do as youth, understand that change takes a while, and you have to be very patient and love what you're doing, because along the way there's going to be a lot of resistance to it and a lot of work to be done to overcome that resistance. So that's would be my advice to people who want to really make change, is that change will happen, especially good change will happen, but it does take a while to make it so.